Okay, guys, so what movie am I most excited about that is coming out not just this year, but in the next couple of years? First movie I can guarantee that I can say right now that I'm excited for that's coming out this November is definitely the new Wicked film. It looks insanely good. It gives me chills when I watch the trailer, and I am very, very hyped for that movie. I know in the first Wicked film, the actors that portrayed Alphaba and Glinda, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, they did an amazing job. And I remember I saw it in the theater. I walked out saying like that was a great film. And that's why I'm really excited to see how it's all going to conclude, how they're going to bring Dorothy into this, how they're going to tie in the story, and how the conclusion's going to be. Like, I've seen the first one, I need to know how it ends now. So, really, it's going to be a really exciting time when I go see it this November, which I will be seeing this November, so that'll be really cool and really fun to do. Okay, guys, now let's talk about the second movie that I'm very excited for that's coming out. This movie is not coming out this year. I believe it's coming out in a couple years, but because they just announced it. But I'm very excited that they just announced the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I used to play Super Mario Galaxy all the time, and it's a very fun game, and I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to turn that game into a film. I know the first Super Mario Bros. Movie was very well done. They did a great job with it. Nintendo, Illumination, shout out to them. I love that film. I think it couldn't have been any better. I think Jack Black as Bowser did an amazing job. And I'm very excited to see who's going to be returning in the Super Mario Galaxy film. Of course, Mario will be, but I'm excited to see how they're going to do it. So yeah, that's the second film that I'm very excited about. Now, I can say those are the two movies that I'm mainly most excited about at this moment. And in just a second, right now, I do want to jump into more thoughts that I thought after watching Tron Ares in 3D. I know that I posted a previous video on that movie, but I want to talk about how the 3D was and just more thoughts I had about it. So I want to jump into that right now. Okay, guys. So right now, let's talk about the 3D only. Just talking about 3D for Tron Ares. Which you can see now in theaters. The 3D was iffy. The 3D was just okay in my opinion. Like, yes, I cannot say there was not pop outs. There was a few moments that I can say was decent pop outs, but a lot of the movie I felt like, yes, it's in 3D. Yes, this. Yes, that. But was the 3D great? I don't know. I would probably give it a 3 out of 5. For the 3D, just because it was okay, but I thought it could be a lot better. When I walked into the theater before we even saw 20 Ares, I thought it was gonna be a lot better. I thought there'd be a lot of pop outs from what it's on the trailer. I thought there'd be a lot of just a lot of 3D effects in it. But really, it was a little disappointing. But like I said, it wasn't terrible. So if you watch this movie in 3D, you won't be disappointed, but it won't be the greatest. Just remember that. So, in my opinion, even when I walked into the theater, I always think this: some movies are meant for 3D and some aren't. And this movie, like I said, I would give a 3 out of 10. But this movie I didn't feel like was entirely meant for 3D. Even though when you watch the trailer, you're like, there's gonna be a lot of pop outs, there's gonna be a lot of this, there's gonna be a lot of that with the 3D. But no, it didn't fulfill what the trailers, what you suspected in the trailers. And it just wasn't really what I thought it was gonna be with the 3D. Just so you guys know. Now I don't know if this movie is doing good in theaters right now, or since it came out. I don't know if it's making a lot of money. I do know when in this show I saw yesterday, I do know that we had the theater to ourselves. Like, there was nobody in there. We were the only 2 people in the entire theater. Which makes me think, is it true? Is it gonna do good? Is it even doing good? I don't know. It might be, but I just don't know. Okay, guys. So now I want to talk about some of the action sequences that is in the movie Tron Ares. First up, I can say, surprisingly, I was impressed by some of the action sequences. Some of the action sequences in the movie Tron Ares was very well done, in my opinion. I was like, some of those scenes, I was like, wow. I was like, this is amazing. Even the person I went with, I remember what she said, wow, with some of those action sequences, which was crazy. Because I usually don't go wow when I'm in the theater, but some of those blown me away. But like I said previously in the other video, the movie isn't like the perfect movie ever. It isn't like the best movie I would want to say it's like a 10 out of 10. I can see why it's like a 50-something% online. But is it the worst movie ever? Definitely not. It's far from the worst. It just ain't the best. But like I said, if you want to give it a try, I do recommend that you guys check it out because it's still a very good movie that you can see. If you want to bring the family to a good movie, if you want to have a good action flick, then this is definitely one that you can try. It's definitely a movie that you might enjoy. I know a lot of people online has been enjoying it. So I would definitely recommend you guys checking it out and getting tickets. Even if you don't want to see it in 3D, you want to see it in 2D, that's fine. Like I said, I saw it in 3D. The 3D was just okay. It was not the best 3D ever. It was just okay. But yeah, if you want to see it in 2D, that's awesome. I do think you'll enjoy it. Next time if I ever saw it again in theaters, I would definitely see it in 2D, not 3D. But yeah, go with whatever you want to do. And that was my extra thoughts on the movie Tron Ares after seeing it in theaters. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications. And I'll see you guys on the next one.